anything like that, we're having a special 30-minute shoot. As many pictures as you take, we just email them all to you. You don't have to worry about prints. You get your pictures back before you leave. And so everything that you've always imagined that a photo shoot or that video production should be, we're bringing it to you. Every time I come in the press room, you're in the press room, working on our Stars Hottronic heat press, using all the vinyl, making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up on your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey?
I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing.
Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they said? They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when you get our job that night.
Of course you can. Yeah!
Yeah. Y'all actually won an award, the Boss Mag 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Y'all won for that media outlet thing.
Man, I don't even know.
Like y'all won. He didn't even know he won.
What'd you say? Who was it?
You won the Boss Magazine 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Congratulations.
That's legendary.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Peanut, the CEO of Dash Resource, man. This is the Legendary People Podcast. We have a very, very special guest today. Before we get into the guests, we like to always pay homage to our sponsors, which Sheik's, which is the best breakfast in Dayton. I know a lot of y'all be watching from Cincinnati. If you come into the city, stop down to Sheik's for breakfast. If you ever hungry for lunch, you can go down to Agnes All Natural Grill. It's like a Caribbean type of food, type of spot. If you're ever injured in an accident, please contact attorney Michael Wright. Make the right choice. You want to get lit a little bit, get some Kiara wine, and check out the shoparea.com. It's like the baby Amazon. Everything's free from the store to your door in 4 business days. So that's enough about me, because we got a very, very special guest we would like to get into today, which we have the beautiful songstress, Tiana Tuesdays. How you doing today?
I am doing good.
Yeah, looking good. Good, for sure. So we got to ask you the viral question of the moment right now, which, you know, it's a lot of things going on. But how do you feel about the whole Blueface situation?
The whole Blueface, with his girlfriend beating up his mom?
Yes.
Or was it just the mom?
I think it was the mom and the sister.
You know, I want to hear the story.
Right.
Like, how did it happen? How did he get to this point?
But do you ever think it's a plausible reason for someone, for anyone you with to hit your mother and you still stand on the side of the person who abuses your mother?
I don't think there's a reason, but have you met some people's mamas?
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a great point. So, yeah. Prayers for everybody involved is what only thing we can say, right?
That's a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
No, I need the backstory.
Right. So speaking of backstories, this is the Legendary People Podcast where, you know, we like to find out the origins of our celebrities, you might well say. So without further ado, where'd you grow up?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati. What part?
Well, I guess what they're saying, not Cincinnati, Forest Park.
What? They really saying that?
Forest Park is not Cincinnati now, ever since that song dropped in Atlanta.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. So, like, what was your early childhood life like? You have mom and dad home?
Yeah, I grew up playing sports, singing in the church choir.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had I would say a strict upbringing.
How so?
We were Seventh-day Adventists, so
Okay.
the Sabbath and other, different religious things that my family practiced.
So, what Seventh-day Adventists do? Like, they do like gifts or anything like that, or is that some a different type of denomination? Like for birthdays, did you get birthday presents and things like that?
We did birthdays, but we didn't celebrate like all the other holidays.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they would make us feel special on our birthday.
Well, like, that's cool. So, do you have any siblings?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, a lot?
Yeah, a lot.
How much is a lot? Just
A lot. Like, a lot. I wouldn't be able to name them all right now.
oh wow. Okay. So, are you one of the youngest of the bunch or kind of in the middle?
I'm in the middle, but out of my 5 that share the same mom and dad, I'm the oldest girl.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's a little different dynamic. Like me, it was just me, my mom, and my sister, and then she married my stepdad who had like 8+ kids. Like, so they got double on top of me. So I know what you mean. It's like it's a lot. Like, yeah.
I don't think my place even matters.
Right. So what elementary school did you go to?
I went to Beechwoods and Winton Forest.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what kind of experience was that like at like the early stages?
It was like I guess you say it was mixed,
Okay.
but it was public school.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. I did really well in school.
But okay.
For me.
Okay. So like what kind of things like besides sports and things like that, like what are some things that were like instrumental and it kind of no pun intended that kind of pushed you into music a little bit? I mean, I heard you say choir, but anything else?
To be honest, I guess it would be the fact that I really wasn't able to listen to music, so I just created my own, the type of music that I like to hear.
So you weren't allowed to listen to music?
Only gospel music.
Okay.
Or jazz.
Right.
My mom played, but yeah, I didn't really listen to the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And then like my older sister, she got me the Destiny's Child CD.
Yeah.
I found some Michael Jackson and other stuff in my dad's collection, but for the most part, I was very sheltered.
Okay, 1 second. Hold on. We go to commercial just for one. Yeah.
And,
Y'all actually won an award, the Boss Mag 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Y'all won for that media outlet thing.
man, I don't even know him.
Like y'all won. He didn't even know he won.
What'd you say? Who was it?
You won the Boss Magazine 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Congratulations.
That's legendary.
Alrighty, let's do it. Okay, everything's look perfect. All right, so we had a little technical difficulty, but we got it figured out. Thanks, Reese, for checking in. Shout out to bro. All right.
Yeah, what's up?
So yeah, hey, we got to get right back into it. So you weren't allowed to listen to music besides gospel and like things of that nature. So you started to create your own music.
Yeah.
So who were some of your early musical influences then?
To be honest, I was a Disney Channel fan, so anything Disney's Channel, like I was just introduced into pop like just real early, just from watching like TV.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say Ariana Grande, Beyonce, Destiny's Child, Michael Jackson, and Janet Jackson. I used to listen to them all the time. But yeah, then a lot of gospel artists like Mary Mary and Yolanda Adams and Kurt Franklin.
Right.
Yeah.
So who are some of your day one friends?
Some of my day one friends?
Yeah.
Shoot, I have Ambry, I have Kayla, Khadijah. Those are like for real my day one friends that are like girls. But then I got A-Man, I got Kadeen, I got Darrell, Damon. We all grew up on this street where we would always come out and just play with each other. My best friend, Jared.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a few day ones that I still am friends with till today. Like 20 plus years friendship.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like you did grow up in like a strict background kind of thing. Did you even have like, were you like to go out? You like to go places? Like what kind of things were like you doing?
Not really. You know, like all the football games and stuff would be on Friday. So anytime I did go out to a football game, I would have to be back before it got dark because that's when the Sabbath would start. So I didn't, you know, it just got to the point where I just stopped wasting my money. There was no point to go. But yeah, I didn't really do a lot. If I got to a party, it might be because I told my mom I was spending the night somewhere else. But you know, like, that's how I got to do what I wanted.
That little white lie, you know what I mean? Ain't a big deal.
That ain't gonna hurt nobody. But I knew like what was right from wrong and stuff like that. So, but still, it was gonna be like a no-go.
Right. So, like, what's your fondest childhood memory?
My fondest childhood memory? I don't know.
It's the first one pops in your head. Over 200 interviews I've done, it's always the first one you think about.
The first one I think about, I would say just playing like cops and robbers on the street with my friends, running around crazy. Like we literally played everything.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Did you got any bad memories, like your worst memory that you could think of?
No, not that I would want to remember.
Right. Word. So eventually you go to middle school. What middle school did you go to?
Went Woods Middle School.
Went Woods. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So is the demographic? Oh, is the demographic similar to your last school, where it's kind of mixed?
Yeah. So the demographic was all the different elementary schools from Forest Park, Green Hills coming together into this middle school before we all come together in the high school. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was the same. Yeah.
So you kind of got a chance to keep the same people who you were cool with. Yeah. So okay. So anything notable from middle school? Because I know you kind of started to focus more in on music coming up close to this story.
So, yeah, like I say, I honestly didn't get into music until, like, I was an adult. Like, in school, I literally just focused on my schoolwork and sports. So I did soccer, and that was literally my life. School, soccer.
Well, that's cool. So what high school did you go to?
Wynwood High School.
Wynwood High School. Hey, bringing it right back, right? Bringing it right back. So, I read that you were on homecoming court.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I do my research, right?
Yeah, I was prom queen.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. So, like, you were very, very popular from an early standpoint in school, or was just like?
I mean, that's crazy. I guess you can say a lot of people know me, but I would not say that I was popular at all. It's not like I ran with the popular crowd. And I didn't know a lot of people, but who I was. I played sports. I was smart. So, yeah. It was kind of hard not to know me.
We're going to get to that, Aaron Hill. Here asking, like, when's the album dropping? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. So, shout out to bro, for sure. So, at this point of high school, what are your plans after high school? At that point in your life?
At that point in my life, my plans was to go to Ohio State. I had a full ride tuition to the school, and I was going to do graphic design.
Okay, so what happens? So do you go to college? What happens?
I went for a little bit. It was very competitive, so it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Like the way that Ohio State did their major, you had to like compete with it, and it was a lot of drawing. And I'm going in for graphic design. I'm not trying to draw. I'm not a drawer. So I kind of left, and then I really couldn't understand my teachers.
Look. I'm gonna say this. It's hilarious that, like you said that, because I remember when I was my major was CNC, which I don't want to like use a machine to cut stuff, and they had me doing all these isometric drawings and like that. I was like, I ain't come here to do all that. Like, so
it was expensive. The supplies that were needed. I was looking like, oh, they only gave me tuition. Like I had to get a job or something. But yeah, I ended up really dropping out of school because I had got pregnant with my first child. So I just went back home to what I knew. I didn't know that I could have had like so much help to stay in school, because otherwise I most likely would have stayed. But I mean, I dropped out for a reason.
Right.
Then I got into music.
Right. So, what other path could you have chosen besides music that you think you would have been equally great at if you just completely focused all your energy into it?
Finishing school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like that. So, like during this time, you're singing under the moniker Princess, right? So, tell us about that part of your life.
So yeah, I started out as Princess Tiana simply because I told you I had my kids and I was working at a call center job, and I got introduced to somebody else that was doing music locally, and I was just like, didn't even know that was possible, because I always wrote songs and never stopped writing songs regardless of what I was doing. And I'm just looking like, you did that? And they had a music video, like the whole 9 yards, and he was telling me like, yeah. And I'm looking like, I can do that? And he looked like, can you do anything? And I'm like, I write music all the time.
Right.
Like, right? So I just started hanging out with like-minded people, and then eventually I met my engineer, and we were only recording like covers, and I didn't like how it sounded. Like, I'm like, I don't like how it sound. I don't like how it sound. He's like, well, make your own song. And I'm like, well, little do you know, I have binders of songs. Like, sure, okay, let's make a song. So then we got a beat off of YouTube, and I made my first song, and then I liked how I sounded.
What was your first song?
Dance With Me.
Dance With Me, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Dance With Me, Dance With
Okay.
Me, Dance With Me, babe.
Yeah, so Dance With Me also helped you win the 513 Heat competition.
Yep.
So, and walk us through that, going from, I really don't know what's going on, I didn't know I could do that, to now, boom, you actually win something.
Yeah, I just seen that you can enter your stuff in, and I entered it and like sent it to like everybody that I knew, asked them to vote for me and support, and it ended up, I guess the way that they do it, the more votes you get, then you get closer to like the top, and then they choose from the top.
Right.
So they chose my song. So the people got me there.
Well, shout out to the King Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Like they dropped the fire emojis. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
turn
yeah.
it. But yeah, that's how that happened. And I remember like being at the mall, like literally on the way to the mall. My friend was like, "Princess, your song is on the radio." We was like, "What?" Like we hopped back in the car and cut it on. It was just like holler in the parking lot of the mall, like yeah.
Oh, I seen that video. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, because that's the first time I didn't know that I had won. And I was like, okay. So then that's when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see what this is about. It's something that I enjoy doing, and I was good at it. So.
Right. So I mean, like you already are getting some type of fame from it, right? So like you're starting to see that I'm putting in this hard work. I'm reaping the benefits of that. I'm finally starting to do stuff like that. So you make a decision to leave your job and do music full time, right?
Yeah.
and you said in your own words, it was one of the worst decisions that you ever made.
Yeah. Look, I'm trying to. When did I say that? Like, you know everything. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. It actually was. I got too caught up in the hype. I was thinking things was gonna like happen overnight,
right?
And it didn't. And it was just kind of like, yeah, like that's when I didn't realize how much work it actually took, and I didn't know anything about like the business side. All I knew was write music, record it, and drop your song.
Right.
And that was literally it. So that I was like, okay, restart, right?
Right.
Get a job again, and then try to like really network and learn and research on how I'm going to do this the right way. So I spent a lot of time, I guess you could say, what I call it is practicing. So yeah.
Right. So like during this during this rebuild process, my bad.
Yeah.
You was saying like you had 2 kids at like this point in time, right? And it was your boys, and then you had went to go move back in with your mom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So mom and dad, and of course like they still made you pay rent and stuff like that. But what was that? I mean, did you feel humbled in that situation, or did you feel down about it? Did you feel good about it? Like, what did you feel having to go back to the next?
I felt like it was helpful. Now, originally, I didn't want to go back, and I did have to swallow my pride. And then, like admit to my parents, I needed to come back.
Right.
But, they're always welcome and open arms, and I appreciate having something to fall back on because a lot of people don't. But, like, I guess you could say it did humble me, and then also gave me the opportunity to be able to be out here in the street and learn and move how I wanted to move, because as long as I did what I was supposed to do and put my kids to sleep, my mom was cool with me shooting out and being in the studio recording like late nights, early mornings.
Right.
Always gone.
Right. So, but the success still continue musically though, like while you taking this humble step backwards, which is super dope.
Yeah.
So, because then also during the same year you did the Who Got Next competition, right?
I did.
And you end up being selected.
I did, and that was so crazy because I almost thought I bombed it. Yeah, my audition was a little shaky.
What you mean by shaky?
No, because I was just too excited. So when it came down to audition, I forgot the words of the song I was going to sing, right? And I started on the second verse. And then by the time I realized that I was on the second verse, I was stopped and I was like, "Can I start over?" And they were looking at me, and I was just kind of like, like, "Can I start over?" But they knew who I was, so they let me start over.
Wow.
If they didn't know who I was, I'd have been out of there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 said no and 2 said yes, 1 said no. And the 2 that said yes knew who I was.
What?
And the one that said no didn't. But towards the end of the conversation, she was like the competition, she was like, "Keep doing what you're doing." Like, she was like, "I don't even know why I said no, but it was my first chance." Like, I low-key thought I had blew it.
So, I mean, like you also had a friend that was in the competition, was the American Idol, Chandler Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I played soccer with Channy. She was our keeper. The best keeper ever.
Yeah.
She was.
So, like, did you ever want to be American Idol, or is there something else different? Because I saw you supporting her, like, yo, like, congratulations.
I did America's Got Talent. Like, I'm not going to even hold you. Like, I wouldn't mind being on any of these competition shows, but you get to see the competition and you're like, whoa, like they're amazing singers.
Right.
So, I don't know. I guess it could be a little intimidating. So, when I didn't make it, I wasn't like all tore up about it.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Right.
I'm going to stick to what I know.
Right. So, during the same year, you get an Ohio Hip Hop Awards nomination. How did it feel to be recognized for your hard work?
It felt cool. It felt really cool to be considered. You know, a lot of times, you know, you submit for stuff like that, or you get nominated for stuff like that, and people be looking like, why did they get picked? So yeah, it kind of been like, oh, somebody picked me. Like,
Right.
yeah, that was cool.
Right. Okay. Cool. So so now we in like 2017. You got your fallback single on Spotify. You got Slow It Down on the radio. You did.
Yeah, that was on the radio.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So up to that point, you've already accomplished things that people only imagine in their dreams, right?
Yeah.
But was there still part of you that feel like it still ain't enough?
Yeah, because just how I wanted to present myself as an artist in general. Like, I necessarily didn't want everyone to see the work and the progress. I just already wanted to be it. So it's challenging and frustrating for everyone to come up to you and tell you how great of a job you're doing, and you not feel like you're doing that great of a job. So it's just kind of like, oh, thank you, but you're not where you want to be at yet.
Right.
Yeah.
So you also had the show in Miami.
Yes.
Yeah, Miami Live. So so it's not like you went through like a rough patch and you still weren't working. It's like you was like, okay, I got to take the step back in order to take 7 steps forward.
Yeah, and like when I quit my job, I didn't stay without a job for long because I couldn't. So I was working doing all these different things. I was just at work, and then after I got home and take care of my kids and they go to sleep, then I'm at work for music, you know. So
You got Aaron Hill checking and saying, fall back is his ish.
hey, turn up. I appreciate you.
Right. So you also met up with somebody that was prominent as well, which is 3-letter Nook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gang.
Yeah. So he kind of helped you in a certain sense come up with a direction. And how so did he help you?
So he helped me in the songwriting aspect and the performing aspect, just like getting comfortable with who I am as an artist and trying to figure out what it is that I want to do with music. He showed me the hard work, like all the stuff that I was missing, and like literally wrote for hours on hours in a day, and I'm just looking like, dang, like it takes no breaks. Still,
wow.
It takes no breaks. So yeah, he showed me how fast it moves and how quickly, you know, you can become great, but only if you're like willing to actually put that work in.
Right.
So yeah, it was definitely like a big motivation for him to even come to Cincinnati to work with me, because I sent him my EP off of, hey, can you just listen to this? Because he was an artist that I liked, the song that he had, and I remember sending it over to him, and he wrote me right back and was like, yo, this is fire. I'm about to fly out and do a song with you. And he was literally in Cincinnati the next day to do a song with me. And from there, he stayed and helped me even more. And I was just like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was lit.
So the Going Places project, this is one of, to me, this was a big deal to me, because I mean, like at this point you're on Tidal, you're on Apple, you're on every streaming platform at this moment. Like this is exactly as close as people get to being like made it. Like you can just download my album right now, listen.
Yeah. Whoever like you.
So just to wrap it in a bow, going from where you couldn't even listen to like the radio to now being radio played, to not being able to like do what you want to now music wise you can do anything you want to sonically. How did it feel in like that moment?
It felt good to finally like release the first project. I had a listening party. Everybody came out to support. It was nice. Like it was a vibe for real to get Going Places like just all together, because that was the first project for Princess Tiana in general. My bad.
You got Tiana Phillips checking in. Is I saying it right? Tiana?
Brianna?
TIANPHILSON.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. Said dope. All right. So,
Hi.
yeah. All right. So you also were featured in a 6-page spread at, what was it, VBU Magazine?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Having 6 pages or whatever. Well, a lot of my research came from this book, okay? So I went and looked at your magazine, okay? I don't know if everybody else supported, but I went to go support it, okay?
Okay, that did have a lot of information about me.
So, you spoke about being mainly a hip hop, Cincinnati mainly being like a hip hop bed or R&B, and not really a hotbed for pop stars. Why do you think that is?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure why it is. There's a whole bunch of speculation, but I just really feel like people just like what they like, and Cincinnati is kind of like a city that follows the trend. So unless you like, I feel like Cincinnati can become a pop city if a pop song was the trend. They would catch right onto it, you know. And they've always like accepted me, so it's not like they don't like the music. It's just I'm not what's hot right now.
Right. Wow. So so like you also spoke in here about being in a relationship with someone that's in the industry.
Yeah.
What is that like? Because like to me, I'm thinking of if I'm singing and rapping, you singing and rapping, who putting the energy into the person to like do it? Like what is that dynamic like?
I think it's great. It's honestly been like one of the best relationships I had because we both understand, you know, what's going on, what we have to do, why I'm in the studio this late, what I'm working on, what I'm, you know, going for, and I know what comes with the lifestyle. So, you know, we go out and a whole bunch of girls want to take his picture. I gotta step aside, let you get your picture. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. But, you know, it's been cool, and he's like, you know, he respects what I do. So if I have a male feature or we need a video or whatever, it is what it is. Like, nobody is like, it's not like the childishness or the immaturity that you get in the majority of your relationship nowadays.
Yes. Trust me, I know from past experience of when I was an artist, it'd be like, what are you doing? Like, what's taking so long? Like, you can rap this verse in 2 minutes and you should be done. Like, no, I'm in there doing backups, ad-libs, working on something else. Like, there's so many different things that go into being an artist.
And then he supports me, and, you know, I usually don't really have, like, people with me. So if I need him to come video this, take pictures of this, you know, he's there. I got somebody to be there with me all the time.
That's hard. So, like, what do you prefer, recording or performing?
Performing.
Okay. Any particular reason why you like to perform over a recording?
It's fun just to, like, I don't know, because when I record, I already have a lot of energy. So to be on the stage, it's like you can really get all that energy out. Like, when I'm recording, I have to just direct it all into the mic.
Channel it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't move. I like to move. I like to dance. So when I get on stage, I can do all that, and then you might catch somebody doing it with you, and you're like, hey, you know, I like that.
For sure. So, you have this thing. I don't know if you still do it anymore, but like, remember you doing Tiana Tuesdays? Are you still doing those?
No,
You should bring that back for sure.
I should, but we can kind of slow it down. Look, that was a lot of work just trying to bust all those out every week. Like, you know, it was like every week, so that means we got to do the song, we got to do the video, and it all has to be ready for the next Monday.
Her energy is fire, especially on stage. Thank you.
Hey, turn up.
For sure.
But yeah, I am going to bring it back, but I'm going to do it a little, you know, it's a learning process, so I'm going to just do it like a little different way.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely bring that back. The Battle of Ohio. You guys were at the Cincinnati Bengals Stadium, and it was like North versus South.
We was at the Mockbee, and they, so Vi Peach, she threw the show, and she had some artists, from the northern part of Ohio come down and, you know, battle some artists, a friendly competition from Cincinnati, Ohio. But yeah, it was a lit show. I met a lot of whole new artists from the upper part of, I don't even know where they came from. They came from Cleveland, like, just all around, like, you know what I'm saying? But it was lit that she even got that put together, and so many people committed to it.
Okay, so you were Princess at first. What was the process or the thought process behind rebranding? And can you give, like, other artists why it's sometimes important to rebrand?
I guess you could say when I first started, I was being a little hard-headed because a lot of people had told me that I probably shouldn't go by Princess Tiana, but I was so adamant on that being my name. So it was just kind of like, you just learn that people's attention span is just not there yet, and if they can't find you, like, at the time that they're trying to find you, they're going to give up. So I was like, I need to go ahead and change the name and try to find something that's simple, but still me, also that's not taken, that's available. So if you put it in, I'm only going to come up. But yeah, it was like a process, and it was literally sitting right in front of my face. And Ty actually was like, Tiana Dean. And I was like, nah, you know, I really didn't want to go by my last name or my middle name at all. But the more and more I thought about it, I was kind of like, I feel like that. It's grown, it's sexy, it's me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, so with the whole rebranding process, I mean, did you change your music at all, or was it more or less, you kind of kept it the same, but with just a different name?
Yeah, I tried changing my music, so that's where all the Tiana Tuesdays came from, just trying to reintroduced Tiana Dean, and like I said, Cincinnati is more hip hop R&B. So I gave them R&B more vibes, so they can. Oh, is this Princess? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Tiana, go ahead and make the correlation, and then come back out with the actual type of music that I do, but not too much of a change. But it is more like pop R&B-ish style.
So what is next for the great?
Wait a minute, before you do that, wait a minute, I'm in here, hold on. Now, I don't know during the course of this interview if you had the opportunity to take a point from Peanut. Have you had a chance to do that?
Take a point?
Yes, you take points from Peanut for anything that he does that's just wrong. If he stumbles over a word or makes a mistake.
Oh, okay, well,
did he do any of that?
He has.
So wait a minute. Let me put
I
it
have
on
a
both
point
of you
then.
guys. What should you do to Peanut? Take a
Point.
yeah from.
Peanut.
There you go.
Now listen, this is not including to me. If he messes up, like show up late, you can take points from him. So if you want to say
So is
something,
this technically late?
yeah, late.
So
Hey,
I'ma
excuse
take
me.
a point.
There
Wait
you
a
go.
minute.
There we go.
See, don't do
See how
that.
easy that was?
So,
That was a good clap back, but you got to realize I have been here since 7
Who
o'clock this
ain't
morning.
busy? Everybody
Oh,
here is
wait,
busy.
no, they're not.
What?
No, you're not.
Comment section, take a point from Smith for saying that y'all not busy right now. Okay?
No, I just said you're not. I didn't say that.
What? Me?
Yeah.
I'm the busiest man in showbiz.
hey, that's what I'm talking about.
So speaking of being busy, what were some of the other things that that people really don't know on the surface that you had to go through in order to become great?
Right. Shoot. A lot of long nights. Like it was to the point where I didn't like doing music. Like I was frustrated with the people. I was frustrated with the shows. I was frustrated with recording. Like I just didn't like doing anything. But I sat at home and I would still write like I would when I was younger, just writing them, off of YouTube and my notes. But the fact that I just continued to create through all my problems and struggles, it pretty much just showed me like, regardless of what's going on, this is what I like to do. So it kind of like, why not make money?
Right.
So that's really what it boiled down to. Like, still have fun with it, but it just kind of kicked me into gear, learning the business side and representing myself in a professional manner to where I can start getting revenue for doing what I'm doing. Like, it got to the point where I'm looking like, I can't do this for fun no more because it's taking up way too much of my time, way too much of my money. So yeah, we have to make some stuff shake.
Yeah. So here on the Legendary People podcast, there's a thing called the butterfly effect. It's something you said in the course of the interview, or something I found in the course of my research that I found was truly profound and amazing. Right?
Okay.
One thing I would say, like you linked up with Cam, and Cam is like my brother. I don't care what nobody say. Cam is my bro. You know what I'm saying? And for you to have this vision to make it and strive towards those goals, and then you didn't let like other like G Entertainment, all type of stuff, those type of negative. I'm not saying really negative in whole totality, but
Yeah.
these drawbacks didn't stick to you. Like even when you had to go take that step back, I mean, it was something that you sacrificed for like a greater good.
Yeah.
What you learned in that process, such as you saying like, okay, I make enough money to live here, but like credit's important. So you took that time to like, okay, boom, I'm gonna work, put my head down to like get to where you need to go. But musically, what I want to like highlight and tell you is like something like you did with like the tribe, where like you was helping feeding the homeless and that.
Yeah.
People don't really talk about those things. They just remember you being on the radio. And I mentioned earlier was when you were younger, you weren't allowed to listen to the radio. To now be featured on the radio, to now be a featured artist, to be performing at sold out venues and things of that nature. And then one other thing that stuck out was the second for benefit, where like you were giving back. You also help kids with like writing sessions in like libraries and things of that nature. So I want to say, off that alone, like even up in your princess era, you was already a legend. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And then what you're doing next with the rebranding is going to be monumental. So I want to tell you off that, you are a legend.
Thank you. Look, that's all love to Siri Yamani right there. Like, I remember just first starting out as Princess Tiana performing and seeing Tribe perform at the Mopy. Like, oh my God, the experience, like the energy that they had, like, it was nothing but rap all night. And then Siri, Aziza, they came out with their group, and I was like, the whole show, I was like, yeah, like the whole entire time. I didn't even know her then, and after that, I was following her, whatever she was doing. I was trying to peek my face in, like, she gives back to the community, and it was just showing me, like, dang, like, I want to do more than just music for myself. Like, I want to give back to the community in any way that I can as well and help. So yeah, like she put me on to writing, helping kids write songs at the library. She put me on to feeding the homeless in the park on Sundays. It just got to the point where I work Sundays, so I can't do it, but they still do it every Sunday at the end of the month. They just had one this last Sunday, and everybody comes out. They have music, they bring food. But yeah, she's the one that did all the open mics and books her favorite artists to people come out and donate for, you know, people that are in need. And the previous one that I did, her mom was the one that was in need. And it's just a blessing to see who all comes out to support her and her causes. And I know it just makes me want to be like that, to be honest. Like, I don't want people to love me for my music. I want them to love me because I love them, you know? And that's just kind of what she's kind of taught me being in this industry, because it ain't love. It ain't love at all.
I'll say that. Yeah. So who are some of the 3 features like that, like you wish that you could have in the industry right now? And then I'll let you shout out some Cincinnati people that like you work with or you want to work with.
Chris Brown, I would love a feature with him.
Okay.
Ariana Grande, I would love a feature with her. And like my third one, I don't know. Okay, Cardi B.
Cardi B. Oh,
yes.
wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I would love to be on a feature with Cardi B.
Right. So, who are some of your Cincinnati artists that like you work with, past or present, or people that you wish to work with?
I've worked with, like, you know, 3 Letter Snook. I've worked with Lantana. A new song I got out right now with VI Peach. I've worked with a lot of Cincinnati artists. I've worked with Sudi. I worked with Woody, Gracelia. I worked with Jermigo. The list honestly goes on. I've worked with a lot of people. It's crazy. I don't even remember them all.
Have we read our comments yet, or no?
Yeah, I read most of
Just
them.
Most of them.
play shoot. Like, if y'all worked with me, shout it out. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Reese. Sure, I worked with a lot of people. Worked with Nakia, Shantae. I've worked with Incognito Beats, like producers. I worked in Timeless, like worked with a lot of people. It's been like even though Cincinnati don't listen to pop, it's been like very welcoming in how like they just opened their arms to me, because I literally popped up out of nowhere.
2 of my favorite artists from Cincinnati is Fame.
Oh yeah, I worked with Fame.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I worked with Fame. That's my boy.
Yeah, and Sincerely Vote.
I worked with Bo. So
Oh,
Bo
yeah.
is the person at my job that showed me I can do this.
Bo was the one?
Yes, Bo is the one.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy.
Bo was super major. Bo got a song with Hitman Holla, who's on Wild 'N Out. He got a bunch
Yeah.
of different impressions. He wrote for other artists like that. He is doing amazing.
Yeah.
Ray Sean Reese
Yeah,
said
shout
we
out
got
to
something tucked.
Oh yeah. So I mean, are you gotta give a little bit of what you got tucked with Reese do from here?
Look, I'm not gonna give away anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm the feature, I respect the artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're premiering a song today.
I am. That drops June 10th.
Okay. So let's tell us a little bit of the project that you're working on and the song.
Shoot, the project has been literally going on for like years now, because I want it to be, you know, not perfect, but I want it to be like, I just want it to be right. Is that right? It's raining hard outside. But yeah, like I recently, low key, have made some changes to the project. So it's not even gonna be called Naughty anymore. It's gonna be called Dear Diary.
Okay.
And it's gonna be my pop songs. It's probably gonna be about six track songs, so like a little EP. But it's coming real soon. We're about to go ahead and wrap it up, because people have been waiting on it for years, but it has gone over like so much reconstruction. Songs has been added, songs have been taken away. I have scratched the whole project. I have started brand new. Like, this project's been working on for years, but every song on here has been created this year.
Right. Okay.
And I have all that other music for nothing. Well, not for nothing, but I can do whatever I want with it.
For sure. So, what else would you say to the artists that are coming behind you? Because like you come from like a different type of background where you didn't have like, you know, those early like hip hop influences because your parents gave it out.
Yeah.
And then you grow up to now be one of the first like pioneers of pop in Cincinnati. So you know that there are gonna be people behind you that's gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to just be like a rapper. I don't want to just be like a singer. I want to be like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like this thing.
I would say, you know, one thing that I was always told is you're consistent. You're consistent. Keep going. You are consistent. You're like, you know, that was like the main compliment that I would get all the time. It's like my consistency. I always got this dropping. I always got this coming, and they can always expect, you know, something good from whatever I'm doing. So definitely stay consistent and keep pushing. Like, speaking of artists that I worked with, Elle, she ended up like letting me know that one of the reasons why she only did music is because she seen like my show first, and I'm like,
Wow.
whoa, like, you know, that's crazy, and it made me like feel good. So yeah, like, just if this is what you want to do, because I did it too. When I found out this is what I wanted to do, I was at all the shows. I was watching the local performers, like, and learning from them, learning how I wanted to be on stage. My first show, I sang like this, and I rocked back and forth like this. And then, like, the second show, I'm like, that's not how I want it, right? So I'm going to go and I'm going to watch, and I'm going to see what they're doing, how fun they're having, like, whether it's 10 people, 100 people, you just have to go and just give it, like, 110% every time.
Brittany Dungy said we want Naughty and Dear Diary. And then you got another one that says, do you have any message that you want your listeners to capture when listening to your new project?
The message that I want my listeners to capture, I would say the love that I have in creating this music in general. Like, I really want them to hear, like, not necessarily the pain, but just like the back and forth that I've been going with it, and realize that to me, I won. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the level where I'm doing it and I'm happy. I'm not worried about what this person's saying, what this person's talking about. It's just kind of like I'm doing what I want to do, and that's literally what it's all about. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, if you could go back at one point in your time, because, like, me and Smith are taking donations for this time machine that, like, we're going to make one day, right? So, where the artist or the guest speaker come in, go inside the time machine, where would you go in your life, and what would you say to yourself?
I would go back to when I was writing songs for my sister Jade, and I would make a single. Like, literally, I didn't even know you could get a beat off of YouTube. These are just beats I was thinking in my head, writing a song, teaching it to her. And I would tell myself to go easy on your sister, because y'all can be a group if you don't make this hard for her. But I think I, like, deterred her away of, hey, I don't want this like you do. Because I was like, no, that's not how you sing it. No, that's not that. You got to hit it there. Like, I would be like, relax, and, you know, kind of let her be her more self. So we probably could have been a group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I would go back to.
So, can you drop all your social media, some of that for our platform?
Yes.
And where we can contact you?
You can find me everywhere at Tiana Dean Official. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud. I don't know about Twitter. I changed it. But look up Tiana Dean, you'll find me there too.
For sure.
Spotify, all that, Tiana Dean. Well, Spotify, you'll be able to find me under Tiana Dean next week on Friday when the song drops.
Okay.
Right now, it might still be showing Princess Tiana, but once the song drops, it'll change me everywhere.
Okay, good. Smith?
Yeah. Well, I know that I did come in late, but just by me just kind of reading your comments and seeing how people are engaging with you, that's really cool, you know.
Thank you.
And so, let me ask a question. You know what I'm saying? Just so you do pop.
Yes.
So, pop, for the people who don't really know what pop music is, what is the main difference between pop and an R&B song?
So pop, like, personally for me, is just like more upbeat. It's like
Tempo.
popular. Yeah, like, it's real, like, up here, make you want to do all this and all that stuff. And it's not like, you know, R&B is rhythm and blues. It's sad. It's
Right.
feeling what they're going through. Pop's
Right.
gonna make you feel alive, make you, you know, it still put you through some stuff, but
Yeah.
it's mainly like good vibes.
Yeah.
Like more good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Kind of like a famous pop singer that would be a woman. Who would be your favorite? Because we know Michael Jackson is the king of
Ariana
pop.
Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah, that's my favorite by all. She does it exceptionally well.
No doubt. No doubt. So we in Cincinnati. That's where you from?
Yep.
For real? Cincinnati's kind of. It's how Cincinnati
There's a
doing
lot
these
of
days. Is
talent.
it? Since a lot of talent in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I would be surprised with who I be hearing and working with. Like, a lot of people don't necessarily do your regular music.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised when you start finding like more people that's like you, that's, you know, kind of stick out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they don't.
In the early 2000s, I had just a little record label and a studio mainly that I had. And I had an artist, his name is Blackjack.
Mm-hmm.
And Cincinnati's also got an artist named Blackjack. And I always liked Blackjack from Cincinnati. I thought that he was major, for sure.
I don't know if I heard of Blackjack.
You ain't? He got a song called Peon. It is a straight banger. He had the big boy charm with the like Sour Patch medallion. Oh, he's major. Definitely on some King stuff, but maybe you might revitalize Blackjack and y'all might do a song together. You never know. Since you said you ain't never heard him, I'm sure he'll be coming out with a diss record about you.
Hey, I'm gonna look him up because I don't want no diss record.
Right,
Look.
no doubt.
No offense, no offense.
No doubt. And so I see a comment that's pinned here. It says, "When is the album dropping?" Did we answer that already?
There is no date, but they can
Okay.
catch the single next Friday, June 10th.
All
And
right.
the album is literally, it's right around the corner. I guess to give you more of an insight, I have 4 songs finished, and I said I want it to be like 6 or 8.
When you're recording, like a lot of times studio sessions get crowded. Do you mind having people in the studio with you when you're trying to be creative, or do you perform better if you just in there by yourself and don't have to worry about if anybody's judging how you sound?
It just depends on what they're doing. If they're making noise, I don't like that. Like,
Right.
you know how when you work with other artists and they speak what they want to say out loud?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that.
Oh,
'Cause it
yeah,
messes
like
up.
they
I can
writing, they
write in my
rapping,
head.
saying- yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't do that. So if you're going to be like speaking, then you got to go in the other room. But I don't record with a lot of people. It's me and my engineer, unless I'm going somewhere and doing a feature.
Right.
And I have been in the studio, like, oh my God, I went to this one studio, and I promise y'all, like, 6, 7, 8 people came in, and I didn't know who they were. And I'm just like, and I'm in the booth just recording. I'm just like,
Yeah.
and it was
It can
weird,
throw
but-
off your vibe to ask. I mean, when you're by yourself, like, you don't got to worry about people judging you. Whether it's people say, I don't care what people think about me or not. It still does kind of crowd your creative space.
Yeah.
But I know when I used to have our studios, like, people used to be coming from everywhere. And all them niggas liked it. They was...
I could see if they were there for the person.
Mhm.
But these people, they didn't know me. I
Right.
didn't know them.
Right.
They was just there.
Just
But
in
if
the
you're
mix.
there, like, for me,
Yeah,
oh yeah, it's a vibe. Go ahead and chill in the studio.
for sure. And do you have anything that you do to prepare yourself before you go in and, like, and make a song? Like, I'm just saying, like, mentally.
Crystal Sage.
True. By the time I go in to sing a song, I done wrote the song. I've been done wrote the song like weeks ago, so I've already done sang it 1,001 times. So by the time I go in to sing a song, we low key just run it through. The only thing I would say I have a hard time doing, because I write my song, I'll write it all out before I go and do it.
Yeah.
I have a hard time hearing what else I want to put there. So then after I lay it down, that's when my real work comes in on the highlights, what I want to do, all these, what I want to stack, what harmonies.
And you normally write to a beat?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you ever just wrote a song just a cappella?
All the time.
Who's the greatest singer of all time?
Who's the greatest singer? You know, that is a hard question, but for, you know, like who I'm hip to, I ain't gonna hold you. We gotta give it to Queen B. Like, she's amazing.
Queen B? Who is Queen B?
Beyonce.
Oh, okay, Beyonce.
Oh, yeah, I take a point. I'm gonna take a point.
Oh, I'm sorry, Beyonce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Beyonce, the greatest singer of all time. Wow.
Who do you think so?
The greatest singer of all time.
Greatest
We
singer.
talking about men or women?
Women.
If we're gonna go with women, I'll probably go Whitney.
With who?
Whitney Houston.
Oh, Whitney Houston. I knew he was gonna say that.
I'll go Whitney. Or I think Mariah Carey is a great singer too.
See, I ain't listened to much of them, so that's why I said based off of what I know. I listen
Yeah.
to a lot of Beyonce.
Beyonce is a great singer. She is amazing. She put it all the way down. She tough.
Yeah.
For a male singer, I like old school music. You know what I mean? I'm kind of old anyway. Lately, I've been vibing on Luther Vandross. Man, Luther Vandross is a different type of artist, bro. Like, he don't have that for real aggressive type, like just blowing. His is like just a smooth singing that's like hard too though. It's like beautiful music, man, and he got a good vibe. But I might go David Ruffin.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I would say
David
that.
Ruffin tough. He tough on the man side. I mean, but you got so many great singers from different eras. You almost have to go through eras because it's.
I think the best singer is somebody who he canceled, but he's one of the best singers ever. I don't think nobody could beat R. Kelly.
I would say R. Kelly.
I think R. Kelly might be the best artist.
All around.
Yeah. Songwriter, performer, sing. Just he got it all. He got it all.
Singing, I think it just honestly depends on like what you prefer to hear because I would not say R. Kelly is one of the best singers.
I don't know about his actual vocals being the best.
His voice is like it's nice, but it's not.
Come on, man. Like, what we doing here?
He's good. I mean, R. Kelly is. I think he the king. I think R. Kelly is the king of R&B though.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that. But I'm just talking about them bros that can just like really bring you there.
Kels, man. I mean, for me,
Kels is good. I don't know if Kel
songs is
got
a
any
great
songs that'll
singer.
make you cry though. I mean,
so for instance, to me, like I look at artists like, it's like a Trey Songz. I look at the other people that kind of got in his same space. Nobody can really get in the same. Like for instance, so like you have the August Alsina that can get in his space and coexist.
Okay.
Can't nobody go on R. Kelly's lane and exist.
Yeah, he's like the only one that can do it.
right.
Storytelling, like
It's not enough kids in the.
It's the pen, not the voice.
Yeah.
It's the pen, not the voice.
Right, there you go. His concepts, R. Kelly's concepts and talent, his ability to sing, and just the things that he puts together, man, is nothing but bangers. I mean, I give you credit for that. But
Neo, he can sing.
Neo.
Yeah, but he's not my swag.
Man, I mean, like Jodeci, I think that they was like good singers, you know what I'm saying? And whoever was singing most of their songs was major.
All right, 20 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown versus Usher. Who gonna win?
I don't listen to enough Chris Brown to fairly judge. Yeah.
Because Usher is
Usher royalty,
a legend.
man.
Yeah, like
Usher
Usher's a legend, but Chris Brown
is too. Yeah. Yeah.
What you got, the young crowd or old crowd out there? Which one?
I think Chris Brown for the youngers and Usher probably for a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, they
But
lanes. You can't compare
if it's me, I'm probably gonna go Usher by a hair.
I think I'm gonna go with Usher too, though.
Yeah,
Because I think
I'll go
I know
Usher
more
by
of
a
his
hair.
songs that I
Yeah, I know that exactly. Exactly.
I think I'm choosing Chris, man. I'm love.
Yeah, I've heard people compare.
He's more versatile. That's all.
Yeah, Chris got pop songs though,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Not a lot of R&B.
right, and Usher is more R&B. So they category. You would just have to judge it on who's the bigger star.
Yep. Who got more?
Who
awards?
is the bigger
Who got
star?
more?
Who's the bigger star?
Who's the most decorated star? I would have to say Usher would be.
Who could dance better?
Think so?
Huh? We're gonna defer to you as the expert. Who's the better dancer, Usher or Chris Brown?
I'm not the expert of that. I don't know. I mean,
Two left
to
legs,
say,
two right knees today.
to say now, Usher kind of old, so I'll give it to Chris Brown.
Yeah.
But back in his prime, I don't know.
Usher all them moves.
Yeah.
And the slides, all that.
Let's do another versus real quick while we're here. What about Megan versus Cardi?
Megan Thee Stallion versus Cardi.
Cardi.
Cardi?
I gotta give it to Cardi, but I might be a little biased, but definitely Cardi.
Yeah. On the lyrics and all?
On the lyrics and all, like, I ain't gonna hold you, like, it took me a little while to warm up to Megan, but Cardi hit instantly. Like, I didn't have to warm up to Cardi. I liked it as soon as I heard it. So, Cardi for me.
To me, I think
Megan type kind of
Megan
hard to
can
me.
rap. Like
Megan can rap.
Cardi B does the hits.
Yeah.
But Megan can rap.
Megan
her ass
is
off.
a for real. She like Bun B, bro.
Damn.
What you got, bro?
Down in the corner.
It's a versus. hits.
Exactly,
20 for
Cardi.
20 hits.
Yeah.
Cardi
20.
got all the hits.
I don't think Cardi got 20 hits yet.
Features, she does. If like you take her single catalog and her feature with Bad Bunny and all the stuff that like
Cardi
she
be
did
like the
in
best
the
on all her
Hispanic
features.
realm too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, she's a,
So I normally don't. I haven't heard so much Cardi, but one time I was on a trip and they just played Cardi B's album, and every song was a real banger that I had heard before, but I just hadn't calculated. Like, damn, she got this, she got this. Oh, she go crazy.
Right.
But Megan, to me, I just hear like a lot of Texas when she rap. I like Texas rap. I like Bun B and Pimp C and I hear that flex in her, Scarface.
Yeah.
So I like Megan.
She's definitely hard, and when she did finally rub off on me, I liked everything that she put out too. Like, yeah, talk your shit, Megan.
What about a viral question of the day about who to believe between Megan Thee Stallion and the shooting incident with what's my little bro's name? Tory
I
Lanez.
have no idea. It's like I haven't really been keeping up with it, but from the bits and pieces that I see, I just don't know what to believe.
If you
at
had
this
to
point.
pick for $1 million, which one would you say was telling the truth?
I just don't know why somebody will lie about being shot.
That's
You
what
know
I'm
so
saying too. That's what I
I
think.
would just have to go with Megan. Like, you got shot, right?
Yeah. Well, why out of all things would you say you got shot when in fact you didn't? Like,
Right.
if he threw a glass bottle, she stepped in glass, then she wouldn't just go to the extreme of saying he
I
shot
got
me.
shot, yeah, and I got cut.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think he got scared that she was going.
when a foo pops up. I mean, I'm taking her in a fight.
Right.
I'm taking Megan Thee Stallion in a fight. I'm
He had to
saying,
pull
yo.
a quick from Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think she's telling the truth. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
They will tell.
So June 4th, you have Fountain Square.
Yes.
How do you prepare for a place that you don't know what the crowd is going to be, who's going to be there? I mean, you're performing in an open place that's going to have people from all walks of life. How do you get prepared, or how do you make a show mix for a ambiguous crowd?
You want to know what I do? You cut out all the cuss words, all the vulgar language. But no, it's literally been crazy because you would think I would be prepared for, just performing anywhere because I perform in places that don't expect to hear my type of music already.
Right.
But this is like you said, a whole new crowd, and it's family oriented, and there's going to be kids there. So yeah, I was listening to some of my music today, like, oh my god, I said a cuss word. Because I usually don't cuss in my music, but they are, out in some of the songs. But yeah, I still don't have my set yet. But we're getting there. Like, I prepare by running around with my head off. Like, I'm in the middle of getting everything together still. But it's... we'll see how
Pressure.
this rocks out,
Pressure
you know what I'm
makes
saying? Like,
diamonds. And pressure also makes stars, man, which are even more major than a diamond. It does.
I got a question. Okay, so between all of the stuff that you did as Princess Tiana and all of the albums and videos and releases and things of that nature, what do you think that you had, if it was song-wise, if it was team-wise, if it was timing-wise, that you're seeing so much traction as Tiana Dean?
Right.
So fast, like, it's like it's coming. What would be the difference in how you're doing
now compared to before?
To be honest, I don't really think there's like too much of a big difference versus what I'm doing now than before. I honestly really think it was a name change. To be completely honest, like the name change was something new, different. They heard Princess Tiana before, a Disney character, so it was kind of like childish. But I really think the name change, and then just getting into posting content of what everybody's watching nowadays, the reels, the TikToks, and that also has like low-key grown like my fan base with like actual real supporters. So because I still I haven't dropped a video in years.
Right.
And back then when I was Princess Tiana, I was dropping in videos like this. So nothing's changed really. I've slowed down and I've taken my time to make sure that everything that I post has a reasoning behind it towards what I want people to come do. Like, come follow my page, come look here, come look at that. Prepare yourself for what I'm about to do. So yeah.
So like the new imprint is a more older, kind of more like not the Disney cuteness. It's more or less like I don't give you the real what's going on with me.
It's definitely because I'm grown, but it's also like my music. When you listen to the lyrics, it's still not like vulgar or like too grown, but you can, insinuate whatever you want to insinuate with what I'm saying. You can take it there if you want to, or you can leave it here if you want to. So I kind of let people like make that choice. Like, you can still play it in front of your 3-year-old if you want to.
Right. So to me, I like to compare that type of style to like, such as when what was that? Miley Cyrus, like when like she was all on TV, it was all cute, like is that dirty? She started cussing and dancing and twerking.
Man.
Like, wait a minute, like
the changes be like drastic. I want to like gradually, like how they did Ari. They gradually made Ari grown. She was always grown, like, you know what I'm saying. But they like gradually made her grown. She didn't just pop out. But then you have Rihanna, but it worked for Rihanna. That drastic change worked for Rihanna. It did not work for Miley because we were used to Hannah Montana.
Or and like a Britney Spears too. Britney Spears was another boy.
Like I imagine whatever they were going through probably, reflected in their change. But I just told myself, like, when I wanted to come back out, I wanted to be sexy, but I didn't want to do too much off rip, like just because I have a young fan base. So I just can't come out there and just start being naked. They're going to be looking like, whoa, what's going on? So, yeah, and I want to keep the fan base that I have as well as, our new ones.
Nice.
Who's that girl from that series, man? Like, she everywhere blowing up. It's kind of it's a weird series going on. What's her name? Zendaya?
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, and what's that show that like she's on right now? It's like a...
Euphoria?
I can't watch it because I remember her just being like a little young girl. So she's on there taking drugs and having promiscuous. So I was wondering, like, no, you too young. And it was like, no, she been grown. Like,
the first
was that her in
episode,
the video with the fighting?
No, I looked it up. They said that was not her.
Thank
that
goodness.
Was not her. It had to be somebody that looked like
because
her.
There was a girl that was getting punched real bad in like it looked almost like an airport or something.
Yeah,
like someplace. But everybody was saying that it was the young lady that you're talking about. But
it wasn't her.
Thankfully it wasn't. Yeah.
But yeah, like
that could never happen to her. She probably got good security and stuff.
I'm pretty sure she on top of rapping fans.
She in there, like, the first time I watched it, I turned it off and didn't watch it no more. And then everybody kept talking about how good it was. So then I watched it, and after you, like, and get past the episodes, like, you low-key just kind of realize, well, you kind of have to understand what part she's playing. This is what, like, kids are going through now. So, I don't know. It wasn't as bad as it seemed off the first episode.
There's too many depictions of penis in that video.
It's very explicit.
Like, it's literally showing people's, like...
So, did you watch Power?
Yes. I don't remember seeing no penises in Power.
They showed ass and titties. Oh, okay. So, not the male parts. Only the females. Got it. See?
What a chauvinistic viewpoint you have in the world. I mean, God.
A man can have his shirt off also. I'm not going to say, hey, dude, put a shirt on. A woman having her shirt off.
You'll say, hey, put your shirt on. You'll say, tell her to put her shirt on.
I am saying the top of both people being out is okay with me. Once you start showing genitalia, I'm not cool with that. I don't think you should be showing vagina on. And, you know what I'm saying?
I agree too, though. I think it's too much.
And then we got to wrap because Carrie is coming. But I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So we get into all these philosophical debates about different things. Okay, all right. So, and bro, you can chime in too. Is watching or can watching TV be a sin?
Yes.
Bro?
It depends on what you watch.
Yeah.
It depends
Definitely?
on how much you watch. It depends on how you indulge yourself in it. It depends on what you're feeding your mind.
So, all right. So, would we all say watching porn is a sin?
Yes.
I mean, out of all things, that would be the thing that would be most sinister.
Yeah, we're not supposed to watch it, but we do. Because they
Right.
put it in everything, though.
Right.
You know,
So,
it's hard
so
not to watch
with
it.
that being said, the answer is you're saying yes, bro. You say yes. I would say yes as well. Peanut.
Say no.
Peanut says no. No matter what you watch, it's not a sin.
Stuff is in everything.
No, like, okay, so like we gotta think about this, right? Like, we are, like, for instance, if I sit here and start cussing, right? Right? We all know that's a cuss word, right? But words are a social construct that we created. This is not something that, like, for instance, so I'm speaking in a language that wasn't even invented back in that time frame. So me saying F-U-C-K, right? There's actually a term for F-U-C-K. I think it's fornication under carnal something. It's a term. It's an acronym for something else. So when you say that F-U-C-K word, you're not really cussing.
Niggas made that up.
Okay,
Fuck stands for freaking under. Man, I don't care what you Google. They made that shit up after the word came out to fit it in a
all
box.
of it's been made up. Every single thing we're doing right now is made up.
Exactly.
So
That's
to
what
me-
I'm saying.
So to me, porn is something that is made up as well. These
Well,
are things that is made up.
my point is, so I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying. But what I am saying is, so that porn is where you maybe start your line, right? But where do you stop the line at? Like, because what about me watching a religious program that's worshiping a God that you don't believe in? Is that sin?
So this is what I was talking about when I said it depends on, how you're perceiving it in your mind.
Right.
So if you're watching a program that I normally wouldn't watch, I'm not taking it in for, like pleasure or entertainment. It's just what you have on and what you decided to indulge in. So I don't look at like that as sin. But if I was to take that, get interested in it, and then go on my own and start watching it all the time, now I'm addicted, I'm watching it all the time, that's a sin.
A religious program?
If it's worshiping a different God, yeah.
I mean, what about just so if you're a Christian and I'm watching an Islamic program, is that a sin?
For you?
No, or am I sinning to you? The person who's sinning might not recognize they're sinning.
In that aspect, you can't judge others, because who am I to judge you? If that's your religion and that's who y'all pray to, then I can't say that's a sin to me, but that's not necessarily what I believe in and what I do. So I'm not going to knock it, but I'm also not going to go and do it, because that's not what I believe in, and who I do believe in will look at that as a sin for me.
I think that we was just kind of talking about just conversations that we have with just pastors and how perceptions are. And we really are coming to the conclusion that good and bad is always relative. I mean, it's not just with television.
Yeah.
It's almost with anything that you do. But the reason why laws are formed is basically when the majority feel like something is bad, then we can create some type of law against this thing.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So this is perfect, right? I'm so good at segues, right? Because he said that there should be a law against it, right? I looked up the word F-U-C-K. It is the original story for the F-U-C-K. It comes from when sex was outlawed unless it was permitted explicitly by the king. So people who were legally banging had fornication under consent of the king.
Oh.
They have fornication under consent.
Exactly. Because like they outlawed it. He said, what y'all doing is sinning unless I say it so. So, yeah. It's lit for y'all.
Fornication under consent of the king.
Yep.
Wow. So they're saying
These
that
are my points, man.
you're allowed. So you're allowed to fornicate if the king gives you.
Who's the king?
Me.
I'm having a dog's man.
T-shirt king. See, it says right here, you guys. You know.
He got the phone number for you to call. You can fornicate under consent of the king.
It's all granted.
So, man, you gonna pay some bills, man.
Man, you guys, go to Sheik's for breakfast. They got the best breakfast in the city. Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. If you're ever injured, call attorney Michael Wright, 937-222-7477. Make the right choice. That's attorney Michael Wright. When you want to get lit a little bit, get you some good old Kiara wine. You can contact Antoine Cunningham on Facebook or pick it up from More for Less. TheShopArea.com is like the baby Amazon. Delivery is always free from the store to your door in 4 business days. That's TheShopArea.com. You guys can find me on the grind. Find me on the grind.
Find me on the grind.
At 4301 North Main Street. That's T-Shirt Kings. T-ShirtKings.com. T-ShirtKings247.com. Go for your mouth. Go for your mouth in the metaverse.
Yeah.
You got to come to the studio in the metaverse. Yeah. So you can come in there and and we got a podcast studio in the metaverse. So
really?
Get you a good old Oculus.
So y'all already been in the metaverse?
Yeah. I got stores. I have a whole like cool little mall. We got Go for Your Mouth T-Shirt Kings and our Camera King studio and podcast. So it's sweet. It's in Horizon Worlds, and we also building an Alt Space VR, and I got a Hubs metaverse too. So you guys make sure that y'all check us out. Check us out on in our metaverse locations and on social media. We are the Godcast Kings and the Legendary People Podcast on Twitter, the Legendary People Podcast on Instagram, and the Legendary People Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell notification so you can get alerted every time we drop hot current content like we're dropping today. That's the Legendary People Podcast. My brother Peanut Johnson teaches you how to get a big old bag of money from investing your money the right way. He does this program every Sunday. It's called Sell Stocks Not Dope on the Dash Resource channel on YouTube. So make sure you go and like and subscribe to the Dash Resource channel on YouTube. Spelled the real way. Because sometimes as bros and sisters, we put Z's for S's. That's true. Right? This could be spelled T-Shirt Kings with a Z. You never know. But Dash Resource channel on YouTube every Sunday at 8 p.m. So now, without further ado, my brother Peanut Johnson, over to you, bro.
Yeah, make sure you guys get my book on Amazon. It's free. I'll teach you 5 easy steps to get invested. And man, we want to say thank you so much for coming to our platform today. You did an amazing job and continue to build. I mean, like you got the Fountain Square coming up. You got the video shoot coming up. Oh, well, the actual premiere happened. Yep. So yeah, please make sure you tap back in with us. You know, you come back in for a follow-up interview.
Take us out with some words of wisdom, too.
Well, thank y'all for having me. Always remember, keep going places. Like the first project, that's literally what it's based off of. Just going places. Regardless,
Take a point. Come here, take.
I like this game. That's my first mistake the entire time.
True.
Hey, listen, if we didn't take a point from you, you would not be our family.
Exactly,
so that shows we like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, man, Legendary People Podcast, Legendary People, Legendary Stories. Be a capitalist, not a victim. Was lit for y'all.
Man, love everybody. See you guys in a few minutes. Peace.
Yes.